My dear friends, fellow students, loved ones, and teachers. Those of you who've known me since my first year will probably remember that whatever subject we were taking, whenever we were given an assignment, I would inevitably raise my hand and ask, can we do it in English instead? Well, I haven't kicked the habit yet, so for all time's sake, I've chosen to address you one last time in the language in which I can express myself best. Inspired, as our bachelor's degree is, by the American model of liberal arts colleges, I felt the choice to be appropriate. As a matter of fact, choices are something I want to talk about. There's a nasty stereotype of liberal arts and sciences students to the effect that we're people who just can't choose, that this is a degree for people who don't know what they want out of life. Now, we know that's not true. I'm preaching to the converted. We know that in our degree, actually, we have to make more choices than most other students, and that we constantly have to reflect on those choices. Thinking critically about choices is an inherent element of what we do. Now, I have to be honest with you, I was one of those people who didn't know what it was they truly wanted to do when they started liberal arts and sciences. There is just so much stuff in the world. Knowledge, stories, customs, peoples, places, there is so much of it all, so much world. After 3 years of studying liberal arts and sciences, after traveling to the other side of the world on exchange, after talking, listening, and arguing with countless other students, after exploring as many different sides of our gloriously overstuffed little world as I possibly could, I find that, concretely, I still don't really know. And you know what? That has me a little scared. Now, don't get me wrong. The past 3 years, the sort of free-ranging of liberal arts and sciences has given me a great deal of insight into who I am, into what moves me, into what things I am passionate about. I know I love human beings, love us very deeply, in fact. I love the whole experience of being human, of trying to make sense of the world around us. I know I can write a clever essay, and I can speak in front of an audience. I found that I'm fascinated with international relations and politics. I guess on a conceptual level, I know what I want to do. I want to contribute to peace and security in the world. I want to improve humanity's lot. I found in me a conviction that the people of the world are fundamentally people and not peoples. Sometimes some folks need a reminder of that, and I want to be there to give it to them. So I feel like I found a purpose. I found something that I want to dedicate to, but I have still no idea what I am actually, concretely, going to do about it. Should I go into politics and give more speeches and run for office? Should I be a writer, or a diplomat, or a consultant? Should I work for the United Nations or for the EU? Should I bring out my inner activist and work for an NGO? Or should I stay in academia and write lots of clever books and give TED Talks? I love imagining all these futures, because as long as there's safety in the future, they all remain available. At the moment, the future is still coated in a kind of alluring perhapsness, a sense of possibility from which nothing is included. I'm scared of giving up the perhapsness of things. And if there's one place where people understand these doubts, it's at liberal arts and sciences. In fact, I suspect I am not the only one here, right now, who deep down struggles with this, who feels burdened with a sense of glorious purpose, but has no idea where to start. Yet the uncomfortable truth is, life can't be put off much longer. The perhapsness of things is starting to recede, one way or another, whether we like it or not. Most of us have already chosen master's degrees. We are making choices, left, right, and center, and doors we've tried hard to keep open are closing. And every direction around us, we are conscious of paths branching up, sometimes doors open. Paths we might have wanted to walk, but now never will. And if you ask me what my greatest fear in life is, it's that. It's not spiders, it's not small spaces. My greatest fear in life is the road not taken, and the haunting wonder that perhaps it was along that road that I would have found my most fulfilling life. And if you wonder why I'm telling you this, why I'm spilling my guts in front of an audience like this, it's because I think that I'm not alone. In fact, I know I'm not alone. I've talked to people, I've listened to people, people who've talked to me, and I want to share my thoughts. The road not taken never loses its perhapsness. It never loses that vague, magical sheen of possibility without commitment. And some people talk about living life to the max, about having no regrets. But the truth is, we all have roads we didn't take, and they are all littered with might-haves and could-have-beens. And you know what? That's okay. We can only walk one road at a time. That goes for everyone. We can't change it. There will always be roads untraveled. And if at any point, after choosing a road, you find yourself overwhelmed by doubt, if you see that sort of wave of worry rise up and threaten to swallow you, stand your ground. Fear is often transitory. It really is just a wave. It can be a big wave, it can be a right big tsunami. But let it wash over you, let it pass through you, let it soak you to the bone, but don't let it sweep you away. It's just a wave. And waves pass. And when the tsunami of doubt has passed, the fear will be gone, but you will remain. 9 times out of 10, you'll find the road taken was a good one. When the American poet Robert Frost first coined the phrase, the road not taken, his advice was to always take the path less traveled by. Well, having studied liberal arts and sciences, each one of us has certainly done that. I don't believe that the road less traveled by is, by definition, inherently, always the best choice to take. But I do know that liberal arts and sciences was. And if you still find yourself worrying about choices, remember that we found, chose, and finished the best bachelor's degree that Utrecht University has to offer. So let's give ourselves some credit. When it comes to making the right choice, our track record is pretty good. And there's one more thing I want to do before I relinquish the floor and let you all go. I'd like to take a moment to extend on behalf of all the students my sincerest thanks to Ria van der Lek, Frank de Haas, Herman Hendricks, who unfortunately cannot be here today, Melanie Peters, Gernie Steenbeeks, not here either, Ruben van Doorn, and all the other teachers and staff whose tireless commitment, whose contagious enthusiasm and unfailing dedication are what have made and continue to make this unique degree possible. It has been my privilege and my pleasure. Thank you. And to my fellow students, I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope our roads will cross again. Thank you for listening.